Yo, what's up? Buckle up, cause this story's gonna hit you like a freight train. Picture this. A prison so locked down it's practically a vault in the middle of nowhere, desert all around, razor wire, infrared towers, motion sensors buried in the concrete. Blackridge Penitentiary, built to cage the worst of the worst. No one gets out. No one gets in. Nothing slips through the cracks. Or so they thought. In the solitary wing, cell 23, a death row inmate, prisoner 9248, was found dead on her cot. Her name? Lila Harper. Not just any convict. Lila ran a dark empire, smuggling women, kids, and, brace yourself, human organs across the border. Cold as ice, sharp as a blade, she left bodies in the desert, hollowed out, untraceable. The judge didn't blink when they sentenced her to death. From that moment, she was cut off from the world. No contact, no visitors, nothing. But here's the twist that'll make your jaw drop. Lila was pregnant. 8 months pregnant. A baby boy, fully formed, hidden inside her. Nobody knew. No guards, no doctors, no one. She'd wrapped her belly tight with fabric scraps, wore baggy jumpsuits, played it so smooth no one suspected a thing. For 8 months, she carried this secret in a cell watched 23 hours a day. No male inmates, no outsiders, no medical visits. So, how the hell did she get pregnant? And worse, who killed her? 'Cause this wasn't a heart attack. When they autopsied her, they found cyanide traces in a spilled plastic cup by her cot. Silent, tasteless, deadly. The kind of poison you don't notice until it's too late. And the cameras? Total blackout in the solitary wing during the exact window she died. This wasn't an accident. This was a hit. Lila's death ripped the prison's perfect image to shreds. Cell 23 was a fortress, soundproof, monitored, locked tight. But on May 14th, something felt off. Officer Karen Tate, a vet with 9 years on the job, was doing her rounds. She knew every creak, every shadow in that hall. But that morning, cell 23 was too quiet. No rustle, no breath. She tapped her flashlight on the door. Harper, roll call. Silence. She swiped her keycard, swung the steel door open, and her gut twisted. Lila was lying on her side, facing the wall. Orange jumpsuit bunched up. Too still. Skin pale, lips parted. And under that jumpsuit, a bulge. No way. Karen radioed for medical, heart pounding. Minutes later, the hall was chaos. Medics rushing, antiseptic stinging the air. They tried CPR, checked her eyes, but Lila was gone. Time of death, 6:42 a.m. Then the medics saw it. The curve of her belly. She's pregnant, he said, voice flat. 8 months, at least. The room froze. Warden Mike Russo showed up, tie half done, still in his slippers. His first words? Who the hell got her pregnant? No visitors, no transfers, no nothing for nearly a year. Every search, every meal, every move was logged. Yet here was Lila, dead, with a near full-term baby. They zipped her into a body bag and wheeled her out, but the questions wouldn't stay quiet. How'd she hide it? Why didn't anyone notice? Was it really natural? The first autopsy report came back too fast. Cardiac arrest, probably stress. Russo didn't push. A death row inmate dying early? Less hassle, no headlines. But Dr. Sarah Klein, a forensic toxicologist with a knack for details, wasn't buying it. Lila's heart was fine, no clots, no damage. Lungs clear, organs healthy. No reason for a woman like her to just drop dead. So Sarah ran a full tox screen. The results? Cyanide. Just enough to stop her breathing. Invisible unless you knew to look. And that cup? Residue matched the poison in her blood. Then the surveillance logs dropped another bomb. The cameras in cell block D, including cell 23, went dark from 2:13 a.m. to 2:44 a.m. No storms, no maintenance, no alerts, just 31 minutes of nothing. Lila was dead 3 hours later. This was no glitch. Someone wanted her gone. Lila wasn't just a number. She was a legend in the underworld. Feds called her the Phantom, No prints, no past, just bodies and whispers. 6 years before her arrest, she popped up on a watch list tied to missing women near the Texas border. Young, vulnerable, lured with fake job offers, hotels, salons, caregiving. They vanished, then turned up in the desert, gutted, organs gone. When 2 kids, ages 6 and 9, were found starving in a storage unit, one whispered her name, Lila. That cracked the case. Feds raided a strip mall in San Antonio, found her in a coffee shop, sipping latte, cool as ever. She didn't run, just smirked and said, "You're late." Her trial was a circus. Prosecutors called her a monster with a model's face. She sat there, poised, lipstick perfect, staring down victims' families without a flinch. Guilty on all counts: trafficking, kidnapping, murder, organ smuggling. Death penalty. She nodded like she'd seen it coming. At Blackridge, she wasn't planning an escape. She was watching. Enter Officer David Holt, mid-40s, graying hair, quiet, carrying baggage from a messy divorce. Kids he barely saw, a whiskey habit he didn't hide well. 17 years on the job, no blemishes. But Lila noticed him. The way he lingered when he slid her tray through the slot, the way his eyes dropped when she stood too close. She didn't flirt, not at first. Just tested him. Asked for an extra blanket. Thanked him softly. Laughed at his lame jokes. Once, when he dropped a spoon, she teased, "Careful, you're not getting any younger." He grinned. One night, during a shift change, the hall camera blinked off. A fuse blew. David unlocked cell 23. No report, no log. 28 minutes later, he left. Lila lay on her cot, hand on her stomach, like something had just begun. That night sparked a secret that would burn the prison down. She hid the pregnancy, like a pro. Wrapped her belly tight, moved slower, blamed stomach issues when asked. Guards didn't care. She wasn't causing trouble. For 7 months, she was invisible. Then the baby kicked, hard, during lights out. She gasped, hand on her belly, heart racing. The next morning, David lingered by her door. Their eyes locked. Her shirt rode up, just enough to show the curve. He froze, tray in hand, and kept walking. That night, he stopped again. "You okay?" he muttered. Lila smiled. "You never ask that." He shifted, uneasy. "You look tired." She leaned closer to the door. "I'm 8 months," she whispered. "And yeah, it's yours." The words hit like a sledgehammer. David stumbled back. "No way. That's impossible." She just watched him unravel. "You're the one talking," she said, calm as ever. David didn't sleep. He drove through the desert after his shift, past the prison, past the bar where he drowned his guilt. He avoided her cell, swapped shifts, stared at walls. But her words echoed. 8 months. Yours. If she gave birth, the truth would explode. Paternity tests, headlines, his life in ashes. His kids, his job gone. And Lila? She didn't threaten, didn't demand. Her silence was worse. It was a noose tightening every day. He couldn't confess. A guard sleeping with an inmate? He'd be locked up, maybe worse. So he started thinking. A buddy once mentioned cyanide. Silent. Fast. Gone unless you test for it. David found a shady supplier, paid cash for a pest control solution. Tiny crystals, no smell, no taste. He stared at them for hours, hands shaking. He didn't act right away. First, he brought her juice, fruit slices, small gestures. "You look dehydrated," he'd say. She smiled, thanked him, drank. Each time, he tested her trust. Then came the night. Cameras went dark for 31 minutes. He slipped in, left a cup of orange juice on her tray. "Thought you'd be thirsty," he said. She drank half, smiled, and lay down. 15 minutes later, she was gone, no scream, no fight, just still. At 6:42 a.m., Karen found her. The cup was tipped over, a faint citrus smell lingering. Medics rushed in, but it was over. When they saw the pregnancy, the prison erupted. Russo demanded answers. Who got her pregnant? No one knew. The autopsy said heart attack, until Sarah Klein's tox screen said cyanide. Investigators dug in. The camera blackout screamed setup. The cup was gone, trashed, but a janitor remembered orange liquid inside. They checked logs. David's badge swiped into Block D at 1:44 a.m. Routine. But Cell 23's door was manually opened at 2:18 a.m. No swipe. He called it a glitch. They didn't buy it. Another camera caught him weeks earlier, carrying a bag and a bottle during an unscheduled break. No log, no report. They grilled him. David was a mess, unshaven, eyes red. "I didn't kill her," he snapped. "You think I'd ruin my life for her?" Too defensive. Then an investigator asked, "Did she threaten you?" David slipped. "She said if I didn't help get the baby out, she'd tell everyone." The room went quiet. They hadn't mentioned the baby's condition. He knew too much. They watched him after that. He stopped talking, skipped breaks, sat in his car for hours post-shift. In a final interview, investigator Rachel Cole asked softly, "Why'd you do it?" David broke. "She was gonna ruin me," he whispered. "Said the baby was mine. Said she'd get an appeal, sympathy, maybe life instead of death. I couldn't let it happen." He admitted to the juice, the cyanide, thinking it'd be quick, clean. "She drank it like she knew," he said, voice cracking. "Like she expected it." David was arrested that night. Murder, tampering, misconduct. He didn't fight, just stared out the patrol car window as Blackridge faded behind him. The trial was brutal. Prosecutors laid it out. A scared guard, a secret pregnancy, a desperate act. They showed logs, the blackout, his own words. She drank it like she expected it. The defense called Lila a manipulator, said she used the baby to trap him. The jury didn't care. Guilty. Life, no parole. The fallout hit hard. Russo was quietly fired. 3 staff quit. 2 were suspended for missing Lila's condition. Her family sued, not for her innocence, but for her rights. The state settled. No details public. Blackridge, once a model prison, became a warning. New rules rolled out: pregnancy tests, talk screens, camera audits. But nothing erased Cell 23. Lila's plan, if it was a plan, worked. Her death wasn't quiet. It sparked protests, headlines, debates. The baby, unnamed, became a symbol of a broken system. David, now in a cell himself, never spoke her name again. But those who heard his confession said he wasn't scared of the crime. He was scared she'd outplayed him. Blackridge is quieter now, but the kind of quiet that feels haunted. Cell 23's door still creaks. And Lila? She left a crack in the system no policy can fix. Was she a monster playing her final card? Or a woman scared to die alone? No one knows. Her truth died with her. If this story shook you, hit that like button, subscribe, and tell me in the comments, what would you do if you uncovered a secret like this? Let's keep this going. Catch you in the next one. Word count for 96, matching the original's approximate length, rewritten for a US audience with the same hook, style, tone, and structure, using Americanized names and settings while preserving key details and keywords like cyanide, solitary, and blackout.